All right, so there was a meeting at some point in hit and run. I don't know. You grab me and then you move me into some schedule I didn't even know existed, but my day body doesn't have any clue. And so it was becoming evidently clear that there's the spiritual advisors that know the millennial spiritual kingdom and dynasty and anthropology and whatnot, without arguing, with just bringing facts when facts are needed from their section of whatever they documented. And then there's the centuries, which just like they're like the history class people, like they got only one side of a story, and I don't know, sometimes they can be helpful if you remind them. And then, but really, I think that the millennials call them well, they used to call themselves historians, the spiritual advisors, and then we have the political historians that, I don't know, whatever, have a use in debate club. I just don't know what you use each other for in paid services that I'm not a part of. You just take all my stories, my information, and pay yourselves over and over and over again. And then you rekey all the lock systems and lead yourselves into you're all gonna fucking die. Stupid. Okay, so here we are in the higher up spiritual people, right? They'll take like a century just to argue one point, and they forget while they're in their nice robes and their Zen music and their namaste, like mausoleum of like everything's just beautiful and perfect in the world, right? And then there's the real world guys just below or to the side of them that are more like the military, like, no, well, somebody told us we had to protect you. So then there's the militarized guys who are like, right, yeah, well, we have to guard the really frustrating takes 2 months, a year, or whatever to argue what we thought was like a life and death, like quick decision. Right, yeah. And then like we order information and facts to do our like quick decisions, and the spirituals like, oh yeah, I and nothing gets done. Right, yeah. So then how do we work the Millennial Falcons doing some kind of spacecraft thingamajig against the idiots in constant prayer of no help ever? And then we got the teams that the Millennium Falcon's supposed to like send out, but then they say all the really most nasty things about the one woman who's calling them out in a private session, and then they want to put her down for some reason, but then they realize she's right at some point, and then the guys below are like, wait a minute, is this the same woman you told us, like, I don't know, 40 years ago was the all sorts of nasty things, and we could have done this 40 years ago and we would all be safe and in a better place and in a better world, better kingdom, better dynasty, and we would have had our shit fixed right by now, instead of all being wrong, confused, killing all the wrong people, mad at all the wrong people, and in a total state of chaos? Is that the same? I just want to make sure I got my story straight, right? Yeah. You guys don't have a straight arrow and a straight story if you put all yourselves in one room together in a conference. I don't think that you could come up with, I mean, like, where are you if you could figure this out? I'm just curious.